Route 17. People around here talk about it all the time. From the outside, that road looks completely normal, just a long stretch of asphalt cutting through the woods. Cars pass by. Streetlights glow dim and yellow, and during the day the trees look calm and peaceful. If you didn't know anything, you'd think it was just another rural highway. But at night, it becomes something else. The wind feels colder than it should. The trees creak like they're whispering to each other. Asterisk locals say Route 17 isn't just a road. Something wakes up after midnight. Something that listens, follows, and screams. Asterisk people always warn newcomers to avoid Route 17 after 12 a.m. They say if you drive through that time, you'll hear a scream. Not a normal scream from a scared or hurt person. This one has no body, no source, no form. But it sounds like it's right next to you. Asterisk that night. Unfortunately, I had no choice but to go home late. Work kept me in the city longer than usual, and the fastest way back to my house was through that quiet road. Normally, I'd avoid it and take the longer, safer route. But I was tired, my head was aching, and I just wanted to get home. I told myself, come on, those are just stories. People here like to exaggerate spooky stuff. Asterisk, when I entered Route 17, nothing seemed weird at first. But a few minutes later, I felt it. The silence. Not a normal silence. This was the kind that swallows every sound. Even the engine seemed quieter, like the road itself was absorbing the noise. No wind, no insects, nothing. It felt unnatural, wrong. I tried ignoring that uneasy feeling. I gripped the steering wheel tighter and turned up the radio. But suddenly, the signal started breaking. The music cut in and out, then turned into static, and then the radio completely shut off like someone unplugged it. Asterisk really. Now, I muttered, trying to hide the creeping fear rising in my chest. Asterisk the road stretched endlessly in front of me. For some reason, it looked longer than usual, almost like I wasn't moving at all. The trees on both sides looked darker, thicker, and somehow closer, like they were leaning toward the road. Asterisk, I was trying to calm myself when it happened. Asterisk a scream. Long, sharp, violent. Asterisk, and it came right next to my window. Asterisk I slammed on the brakes a little and turned my head toward the glass. Nothing. Just darkness, and my own reflection on the window. Asterisk, but something about my reflection felt off. It looked paler than normal. My eyes looked wider than they should have been, like the reflection wasn't copying me perfectly. Like something else was looking back. Asterisk, every hair on my body stood up. My breath stopped halfway through my chest. I couldn't move for a moment. That scream, no, that thing wasn't human. It couldn't be. Humans scream with breath, with panic, with breaks in their voice. But that scream was too steady, too sharp, too inhuman. Like it didn't need lungs to make the sound. Asterisk, I forced myself to breathe. Just my imagination. I'm tired, I whispered, though even I didn't believe what I said. I stepped on the gas, speeding up, wanting as much distance as possible between me and that spot. Asterisk, but then I felt it, something moving beside the car. I couldn't see it, but I felt its presence. Like someone running right next to my window, matching my speed. That invisible pressure that makes the air heavy. The same feeling you get when someone stands too close behind you. Asterisk, I glanced at the left window quickly. Still nothing, but the emptiness made it worse. Asterisk, if someone had screamed, I should have seen them. But there was no one. The air inside the car suddenly changed. The warm air turned ice cold, like I had stepped into a freezer. I checked the AC. I didn't even turn it on. The cold was coming from something else. Something inside the car. Asterisk, the engine started to growl louder, like it was struggling. I kept my eyes on the road, refusing to look left or right. Every second felt longer than the last. My palms were sweaty, my heartbeat was loud and rapid, and I could barely swallow from how tense my throat felt. Asterisk then. I heard it. A faint sound from behind me. A raspy whisper. Asterisk. Help. My heart dropped into my stomach. I looked in the rearview mirror. No one. Just the dark. Empty back seat. But the whisper had been real. Too real. Asterisk. I whipped around to look behind me. Nothing. The seat was empty. Asterisk. But just as I turned back to the front. Ah! Asterisk. The second scream hit me like a punch. Louder. Closer. Like someone was shrieking. Right into my ear. The car swerved slightly before I regained control. This time, there was no way to lie to myself. I knew it wasn't my imagination. I knew that scream was real, and I knew it didn't come from anything human. Even worse, I could still feel it, running beside me, keeping up with the car, and I was still deep inside. Route 17. Asterisk, the night was far from over.